That's right. You remember that, right, John Perry?
Oh, yeah. Ready to go back at that point.
Here's a little pop-up kick. And it's returned by Boston Scott. And he gets hit as he gets to the 25.
Too many turnovers, and that was their demise.
Here is Hurts over the right side. And what a good start for Jalen Hurts. On first down, he keeps. Shane Steichen in Indy and Jonathan Gannon in Arizona. Here is a backward pass. DeAndre Swift, full head of steam, and a pickup on first down of 4.
Really with some injuries, and that's the only reason there are some.
Here's Swift, lost his footing, and down he goes.
5 and 2. It's been pretty tough sledding since then, but he's done everything.
Zacchaeus in motion. Hurts over the middle. He's got Goddard for a first down inside the 45.
Over and over rather than picking up the receiver in the zone.
Here is Goddard, got a block out there on the edge from, I believe it was Devontae Smith. He's not a big guy, but he got in the way. They're without Cam Jurgens, who does not make the start at right guard with a pec issue. Dangerous throw and a good catch by Devontae Smith, who's ripped to the ground by Artie Burns, and a loss of 1.
Well, you see the catch that he's able to make. You're right. I mean, a dangerous throw, and if it weren't for A.J. Brown being able to at least shield the throw and protect it a little bit. You got Michael Jackson.
Devontae Smith able to continue after the timeout. 3rd down and 6. Over the middle, that pass is caught, and that's big A.J. Brown. He's got a first down and hard to bring down. Jalen Hurts has started 4 for 4. He hands off here. That's Gainwell spinning down inside the 25 as he picks up 5. Julian Love.
I mean, it's such a strength. One of the best in all of football, maybe the best.
Here's Gainwell again with a first down for Philadelphia. So from the sideline, he watches with Philadelphia 1st and 10. Hurts keeps, flips, Goddard, and that was well played. As out there, Trey Brown made that stop, no gain. Reek Woolen not out there, and it's 2nd and 9 for Philly. Swift blocking in front of him inside the 10. 3rd and short coming up.
Once San Francisco got it going, that was a big difference there in that game, especially early.
Handoff to Gainwell, and he's got a first down.
He started the season as the starter week 1.
Here he is spinning, got a yard. Gainwell out, DeAndre Swift in the backfield next to Hurts. He gets it and goes nowhere. Hurts trying to take it in, diving for the touchdown. Love what they saw from their offense first possession of the game.
Well, they got man coverage on the receivers, and so they're run off, and they're not able to get back into the play on time. But you're going to see Mailata and then Kelsey. Mailata's able to try to pin the edge. Kelsey comes, and he helps secure it. And then Jalen Hurts. Let's take a look here and see whether or not the ball crossed the plane before the knee's down. No, he's
not contacted.
He wasn't contacted, yeah. Looked like he did cross.
And in New York, and all points in between. And a 7-0 Philadelphia lead.
That was a good job coming out, establishing the line of scrimmage and running the football and kind of getting back to old school Philadelphia ball.
Over the last year plus, and we'll see how he gets along against this Eagles defense. 1st and 15 thanks to a false start.
False start. Offense number 89. 5-yard penalty. First down.
It's Disley in motion. He was guilty of the false start lock. Walker. And Kenneth Walker is ripped to the ground by Nicholas Morrow. They hand to Walker. And Kenneth Walker gets back to the original line of scrimmage +1. It's going to be 3rd down and long for Drew Lock. Eagles facing a third down defensively. They are last in the league defending this down, and they make a stop on DK Metcalf. Are yards short of first down yardage. Strong tackle by Bradley Roby. Analytics says this is a go for it situation, 2 yards or less, but that does not factor in Drew Lock making his second start in the last couple of years, and a fair catch by Britton Covey. Coming off big losses to the 49ers and at Dallas.
He came in with the illness, and there was questions as to whether or not he'd play. But you're right. He looks awfully healthy to us.
2nd down and 5 as he airs it out, and that is an overthrow. Not much out there with Swift. Crowd comes alive as the Eagles face 3rd and 5. And they got to throw a flag on Hurts there, and they do.
You go, false start. Offense, number 1. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Now they go back to a 4-man rush.
It's 3rd down and 10. Incomplete. Off the hand of Goddard. The punt from Braden Mann. Kind of a line drive. Dallas stays away. That's DJ Dallas, but a good Eagle bounce down inside the 30. One of 6 teams at 6 and 7 now trying to join the Vikings, Rams, Saints, and Bucks with a win at 7 and 7. And what a play by Sweat. He got through and made that stop.
Well, it looked like they're going to try to block down with DK Metcalf, and because Sweat is so aggressive getting up the field, you see the tackle Charles Cross, he's pulling, and Sweat he's right there. That's an outstanding get off.
I and we are too good for almosts. Almost getting a stop, almost getting a sack. That was not an almost, as Colby Parkinson's makes the catch.
And he made no mention to us about the change, and he was the company man for sure.
Lock, great protection, and fires a strike to Lockett.
Lockett's able to get right to the middle of the defense and pick up the first down. That's been the Achilles heel for this defense for several weeks.
Play action from Locke, and he's got a wide receiver, Lockett, wide open on the far side of the field. Forced out by Sidney Brown, but a gain of 5.
The Eagles, they've done that. They win on 1st and 2nd down. They get to 3rd and long, and they can't make a stop.
Here's Walker spinning, and he is brought down near first down yardage. Sidney Brown made the stop, and Walker just short. Under a minute to go in the first quarter here in Seattle.
In sacks on 3rd down with 32, so a big difference.
False start. Offense, number 87. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
So 3rd down and 6 as a result. To the sideline, it's not there.
Threw it where nobody could get it.
Dixon, one of the best in the game. End over end punt, and Covey will stay away as it checks up inside the 15. That ball was touched.
We had a legal bat by 59 of Seattle for batting the ball forward. Philadelphia will enforce the penalty. 10 yards at the previous spot. We'll replay 4th down.
George Kittle has had some tackling issues, but when I asked Pete Carroll if there were going to be any changes coming into this game, he told me there would not be. But yet Rick Woolen, by our understanding, knew there would be early in the week.
Here is Covey, who's fighting to get to the 30, a little bit short. From the 29, quick throw is batted into the air by Artie Burns.
And he's been phenomenal. That's a big loss for this defense.
Out with a hip pointer. Here's a pass caught by A.J. Brown. They will mark A.J. close to first down yardage.
And making those, and this never gets old.
It does for defenses. As Hurts on the brotherly shove, the tush push, the quarterback sneak, whatever you want to call it, gets to. And nobody's been able to copy it.
That's right.
And do it like the Eagles. Swift here. That for Jalen Hurts, by the way. Here's a keeper by Hurts. Gets to the edge. He's been bothered by a bad left knee, but he's able to gallop out of bounds with a first down as he picks up 6.
He's still just as chill as he can be. And, you know, he's able to weather some of these emotional roller coasters.
Here's Swift. Gets 4.
There was a time when all these defenses played them to make Jalen Hurts beat them throwing the football, and then he proved he could do that last year in the big plays. Now they try to take those away.
Here's A.J. Brown, makes the catch and has a first down at the 35. Reek Woolen back in the game, makes the stop, but a gain of 10.
But what you hope for is one-on-one coverage, and they've got good players that can win in those matchups.
And here's Swift just zigzagging his way for another first down. Got a good block from Jason Kelsey. Just doesn't slow down.
And the things he does pulling is what impresses me as much as anything. You know, he pulled again on that play, but on that big run by DeAndre Swift. All right.
2nd and 8. Hurts keeps. He's getting a block from the tight end Stoll. And Hurts is brought down at the 20 with a gain of just 2. Hurts won't get it. And big Leonard Williams is there with a bear hug and a tackle, a gain of 3. It's 4th down. Hurts completes. First down. That's Julio Jones.
You catch the football. Nothing's contested. We've seen that too many times already in this first half.
Here's Gainwell. He's brought down by Mafe.
Help a lot of football teams, and they're all in one room in Philadelphia.
Here's Swift. A yard short of a first down. Got a good block from Kelsey yet again.
And nobody until the safety level is able to get to the back.
False start. Offense number 62. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Handoff is to Swift, and the play is made by Diggs. 27-yard try by Elliott. And he's about as good as there is in the NFL.
The way that the Philadelphia Eagles have controlled the clock and put these drives together the way that they have. Fortunately for Seattle, they were able to at least force them to a field goal.
Seattle gets a nice tackle from Diggs, and the Eagles have to settle for 3. Here's Locke. Play action, good protection, and a hook and a flag as Metcalf was interfered with by Josh Jobe. In the call against Philadelphia.
Pass interference. Defense number 28.
Thin in that secondary throughout the season. They've been shuffling a lot of players.
That's a 20-yard penalty. Here is Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Somewhat interchangeable. They use a lot of them in the backfield, give a lot of different looks.
Here is Walker up the middle.
They give them some options because they really don't have a fullback on the roster.
3rd down and 2. Handoff to Walker, and we'll see if they give it to him. He is brought down at the 45 by Shaquille Leonard. But a couple of back surgeries later, he was let go and signed by Philadelphia. Here's Disley to the 40.
But he's going to be relied on down the stretch now, too.
Here is Walker. First down inside the 30.
Come out with that 3 tight end. We talked about 2 here, and then they're motioning across. And Damian Lewis, the left guard, he pulls, and he helps lead the way. He gets there on the back, on the linebacker, Nicholas Morrow.
First 5 carries, Walker had 8 yards. He got 13 on that one. Toss to him here. Looking for a block on the edge, and a strong tackle's made by Ringo. Off the hands of Zach Charbonnet.
And he's grown up a lot. Now excited about the opportunity to play tonight.
3rd down and 10. He's got the rookie. And Smith and Jigba's got a first down for Seattle. Strong throw from Locke for 13 yards. 2 minutes left. First down for Seattle, and a handoff to Charbonnet, and the rookie, Zach Charbonnet from UCLA, is good for 3.
The last 4 weeks, this red zone defense for Philadelphia has been really atrocious.
2nd and 7, low pass, and it's incomplete for Metcalf. They've had 2 third-down conversions on this possession. Blitz coming from the Eagles, and the pass is caught but short of first down yardage as Smith and Jigba is brought down by Reed Blankenship. Maybe that factors in, maybe it doesn't. 26-yard try by Myers is good. And the Seahawks are on the board. And into the end zone it sails, and we'll come back in 30 seconds after a word from T-Mobile. At 11-3. Hurts, sideline, wide open, and Devontae Smith is on the stat sheet with a catch at the 40, a gain of 15.
Those 3 guys are really good, and all you can hope for is one-on-one, and when you get it, they're usually going to win.
Here's Hurts just trying to get rid of it as he was under pressure by Leonard Williams. And he does to make it 2nd and 10. No flag for grounding. To then win out to get that number 1 seed. Hurts, ball's in the air, batted at the line of scrimmage by Mafe, and it's 3rd and 10. Third down and 10. Hurts, incomplete. It's 4th down. The clock stops
because Jordan Brooks was over there covering Gainwell, so just not a good design. I looked like Gainwell might have gone deeper than he should have.
Here is Dallas on the return. Brought down near the 19.
Well, they are playing some good football right now.
Over a minute to go. Pass is caught up at the 25 by Noah Fant. Morrill makes the stop, a gain of 6.
See if they can get into a position to come away with 3 points before the end of this half.
This is a throwaway. And it is intentional grounding. He was in the pocket. John, help us out as they cleaned up something while we were talking. You could hear Clay Martin making an announcement. Here's a carry by Charbonnet.
Yeah, real quick. Philadelphia declined the 10-second runoff, so Seattle will have 2 timeouts remaining, not 1.
Eagles have 3 guys back. Here is a punt that turns over with a spiral. Covey back inside the 30. Can't get to the 35. Knocked down at the 32 by Julian Love. Jake Elliott, one of the best in the game. His career long is 61. Means getting it to the 43-yard line of Seattle. And the incompletion to Goddard starts this possession for the Eagles with Jackson there defending for Seattle. 2nd down. Able to escape and get out of bounds to stop the clock with 15 seconds left. Hurts trying to set up and able to find a target on the sideline. That's incomplete for the Eagles.
Well, once Jalen Hurts got outside the pocket, he was looking for somebody to take off down the field.
Remember that fast-paced first half I was talking about? This is our 3rd punt after the 2-minute warning. DJ Dallas will stay away, and that ball will end up out of bounds near the 12-yard line, and that's it for the first half.
And the other part of it that we talked about coming in is, getting the running game going with Kenneth Walker, who's much healthier than he's been, and they haven't gotten that going in the first half either.
Yeah, Lisa, they got off to that great start running the ball that first possession. Not much sense. Here's Walker out on the edge, breaking through a tackle and getting about 8 as Byard. Walker, first down. Has been bumped upstairs and now watching at this level of the stadium, but not calling the defense. Here's Walker, right side, broke 1 tackle and is thrown forward. 2nd down and 3. Good protection. Walker. He's able to break 1 tackle and get the first down. Sidney Brown could not bring him down. And it's a strong catch and run of 14 yards for Kenneth Walker.
On a slant route, and he just didn't want to wait on him to clear the linebacker, and so he comes back. Not a bad decision, but Kenneth Walker, he's able to break the tackle. Once again, Kenneth Walker turned something that really wasn't there into a good play.
Here is a handoff to Charbonnet.
In college there at UCLA, and he's as tough as they come, and he's a good player.
Here he is, able to find a first down with Reddick in on the stop. Quick throw out on the edge. It's Bobo.
With the tight ends and then the tailback in behind in the pistol formation.
Fant and Parkinson back there. Locke able to complete to Fant, and they're going to mark Noah Fant a yard short of a first down.
The creativity he has, I think he does a good job helping his offensive line.
All those tight ends back there again. Nice cut back by Walker, still going. Waiting for the blocking to get there. It does. Touchdown Seahawks. And this play worked to perfection.
Yeah, Noah Fant, he's more of the receiving threat, but he has really improved as a blocker, and so it's allowed them to get even a little more crease, leading the way all the way down to the goal line. Got a convoy leading them in. That'll tighten things up a little bit. And speaking of 7-7s, how about the day that Baker Mayfield had?
They need a win here tonight. They've lost 2 straight. Here's Smith. And Devontae is knocked out of bounds by Michael Jackson.
It looks like it continues, or maybe he's dealing with something. I know he had a shoulder injury he had contending with.
Hurts keeps and misses a wide open Goddard. Instead, they hand to Swift, and he picks it up. Flag flies at the end of the play.
Legal use of hands to the face. Defense, number 55. 5 yards will be added to the end of the run. First down.
Time runs out on Hurts, and there he goes. A lot of room and a first down carry for Jalen. 13 yards.
And is able to get to the middle, and that's what got Hurts off of it.
Here's Swift. A nice carry on first down. Here's Swift, play made. Big Leonard Williams, he's been all over the place tonight.
You know, veteran player, as he starts to rush, you're going to see that he feels it right there and immediately gets off and is looking up for the screen. It's just a great job by a veteran player who's seen a lot of football.
His second tackle for a loss. Hurts has a man. That's Brown, and that's a first down.
He's able to make a play on it, but because he was, they complete it.
Here's Goddard, and that's Michael Jackson making a play in the backfield.
You watch this with Michael Jackson, the team over and over, every time we watch it, when these teams try these quick screens.
2nd and 13, fastball caught. Short of first down yardage, but a nice pickup by Goddard.
I couldn't believe that he was back out on the field last week. He injured it against Dallas. He came back and returned against them last week.
Hurts keeps. Goes downfield, and the catch is made by Devontae Smith for a Philadelphia first down at the 9.
You know, this was a tight throw, and it looked like Artie Burns was going to be able to come off his outside receiver and make a play on it, and they're not real sure exactly how to play it.
Here's Swift. He's brought down at the 1. Here it comes again. And a touchdown is the result. Although no signal yet. Sure looked like he was in. And now they do. Touchdown Philadelphia.
Well, it's just pretty much automatic. The good push. You know, even with Bobby Wagner coming over to the top, but as much as we talk about Jalen Hurts and how strong he is, and he squats over 600 pounds, the interior of that offensive line and Jason Kelsey being the primary guy.
Nick Sirianni has said with that play, it's first down and 9. And he and the Eagles finished it with Jalen's second touchdown run of the game.
But so many different things that you can do with that, and Shane Waldron takes advantage of them most times.
Lockett overthrown.
That was a chance there for a big-time play.
Lockett's so underrated still in this league as Walker gets hit. He didn't see that hit coming, and that was the rookie Nolan Smith. He may have gotten the worst of it. Now 3rd down and 9. Locke is in trouble and sacked. Brandon Graham, the first guy there. First sack of the game for either team, and this will force a punt.
Yeah, we haven't seen much pressure really on either quarterback, and finally the Eagles able to get home on 3rd down.
The guy who's 4th on that list for the sack. Graham and Fletcher Cox. Covey, fair catch. Outside the 20.
He'd have Christians as well, that he would say the same thing, and it makes it what that team is. I mean, they're a bunch of unselfish players.
Looked like Landon Dickerson left too soon.
Offense, number 69. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
They're 14 and 22.
Enough said.
2nd down and 13. Hurts. 3rd down coming up. Eagles facing 3rd down. A.J. Brown is underthrown. Instead, the punt. Short punt. D.J. Dallas backing up. Makes a man miss and gets tripped up at the 30.
No, he leveled up. He was on the sidelines, and now he's got free food.
Here is a move by Walker breaking tackles. Wow. And now Locke is out in front of him, but a strong run. Walker is able to pick his way for a 1st down and brought down near midfield.
The blocking up front, and it doesn't take much for Walker. You see, he's able to just knife his way through it. It's a good job.
Walker in the backfield, and they are riding him. Breaking tackles and down inside the 45. A gain of 8.
We'll play action here on 2nd and short.
Instead, they play it straight. Walker gets the 1st down.
It's a totally different story here in this 2nd half.
Locke pulls it out of there, completes it to Disley, the tight end, and he drives his legs, takes it down inside the 35, got 4.
You know, at some point, he's going to have to be a factor in this game.
Second and 6 over the middle. Lockett, a bobble, a catch, and a good tackle by Bradbury. 3rd down and a yard, and the play is made by the Eagles as Walker is swallowed up. Locke, contact and a flag. Metcalf was the target, and Bradbury interfered with him.
Pass interference. Defense, number 24. Ball is placed at the spot of the foul. 1st down.
Not an easy assignment for Bradbury trying to match up with him on a slant route.
Here is a short toss to Walker. Has to reverse field, and this will be a loss on the play. Fake toss. Screen for Metcalf. Blocker out in front, and a nice gain.
And getting crossed, 315 pounds out in front.
3rd down and 2. Locke has to pull it down and gets hit high. And a pass is incomplete to bring up 4th down. Well, it goes down as an incomplete pass.
Well, it does, and the timeout is to avoid the
Philadelphia was challenging the ruling on the play that the quarterback was down by contact before he threw the ball. After review, the runner was down by contact before releasing the pass. The ball will be placed at that spot. It's 4th down.
So they're down to 1 timeout, and a 43-yard try by Myers is good. Dr. Williams is the executive director of the Department of African American Male Achievement for Seattle Public Schools. Into the end zone goes the kick. 10 minutes left. Eagles ball up 4. Hurts, Brown, first down plus just across the 40 and a gain of 15.
Been pretty good keeping the ball in front of him.
Here's Swift. Having to use that silent count. A tap to Kelsey. The snap. 2nd and 5. The pass complete. Devontae Smith. And a first down for Philadelphia. Completion of 10. Remember, the Seahawks are without Devin Witherspoon, their terrific rookie corner. And Jamal Adams aired out. Quez Watkins. Contact and a pick. Intercepted by Seattle and Julian Love.
And played it perfectly.
Here he comes. Love with the first takeaway of the game. Pete loves it. No call. Instead, it's the interception. First takeaway of the game. And now Walker over on the right side, brought down by Shaq Leonard.
They had Quez Watkins. Now, I agree. I think Julian Love got away with one.
Here's Walker. Short gain. Tackle made by Jordan Davis. Four-man rush, and this is broken up. And a strong play. Lockett was the target. And it's Eli Ricks who got his hands on it. Good coverage by this secondary to bring up 4th down. 4th-round pick from Georgia, and that held up pretty well.
Yeah, that's a good job defensively by Philadelphia. Change of possession like that in the way that Seattle moved the ball prior, and to be able to force a 3-and-out.
Eagles get the ball right back. Here's Covey on the return out of bounds at the 25. A week from tonight at home against the Ravens. And the Eagles trying to join those two teams with records of 11-3 with a win here tonight. Here's Hurts taking off. Didn't get it. 3rd down coming up. Less than a yard to go. Here is the push sneak. And a first down pickup by Hurts. 4.5 to go. First down, Philadelphia. Here's Swift breaking a tackle or two. Got around the edge and slides. Swift turned nothing into something, got 3. Swift again is brought down, and there he is. Hurts out to his right. Now back to his left. Mafe can't bring him down. Hurts. Incomplete.
With the secondary, but they're able to make the stop and covered up those receivers, not allowing anybody to get free.
Great coverage by the secondary of the Seahawks as this ball will check up and stop at the 8. On Matt Patricia calling the defense for the Eagles, and he's doing it without Darius Slay, their best corner. Here's one in the air.
Only 116 yards passing, but it's going to be all on him on this drive if he's going to do it.
2nd down and a diving catch by Metcalf.
To him, but if he's able to hit him in stride and he doesn't have to leave his feet.
Game-winning drives in his short NFL career.
If he had gotten that in stride to Lock, he probably scores.
Here's a good shot to the sideline. Catch is made by Fant and a first down play of 5 yards to make it 2nd and 5.
And he splits them and probably scores a touchdown.
Here is a bobbled pass, and Metcalf comes up with. Lock incomplete for Charbonnet. Lock almost fitted into Lockett. Locke airs it out. Metcalf downfield. He's got it. And out of bounds to stop the clock at the 29. It's down the field and they throw the incompletion. Here's that beauty to Metcalf.
That's a great job of being able to make the play. Here's what you got. And then Sidney here is going to work back over. So they're trying to essentially double Metcalf. But yet
the official got overruled. They were going to say that Metcalf was out of bounds. Now this incompletion stops the clock. But they started the clock back up.
Just unable to execute the coverage.
Lockett looking for a flag as he goes down. Eli Ricks, the closest defender for Philadelphia. Now it's 3rd and 10 again. Locke, end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Smith and Jigba has put the Seahawks on top.
Well, Sidney Brown's trying to disguise coverage. He drops down. Locke recognizes that he's got one-on-one, and it's just, there's nothing really to the route other than he's just running a flat go route. And Smith and Jigba, that's a great job of reeling it in.
There is time left. The Eagles with 3 timeouts, now trailed by 3. .34 to Metcalf on 3rd and 10. And for 29 to Smith and Jigba on 3rd and 10 as A.J. Brown makes the catch but out of bounds.
He was able to make on the go ball and a good throw and read by Drew Lock.
Hurts will take off. And the Eagles aren't finished yet. They'll use a timeout. They put a second back on the clock. 13 ticks left. They're going for it all with A.J. Brown. Catch is made by Seattle for the interception. Julian Love again.
Check out the left toe, Joe.
Yeah, his heel was an interception.
The left toe is down, and the right foot is in.
It's all about the toes. He's got 2 with control, survives the ground.
That's a heck of a play.
That is an incredible interception by Julian Love, his second of the night.
Field was an interception by the defense. That play is now under review.
John, you see it as a pick.
Yeah, I do on that initial view. And they have to stop this, right? This is the game. So they'll spend time on it.
It does stand as called. It's an interception. First down, Seattle.
Seattle with a takeaway. And the Seahawks are going to snap their 4-game losing streak.
Julian Love making the play of the night.
Seahawks win this game 20-17. And Drew Lock has the game-winning drive, and he made it happen.